before I came to see Bex, I felt like I had my little stack of cards and it was a little bit delicate. I felt like if any one big thing happened, it was going to fall apart. Yeah, and I was just aware that life just felt quite hard. I felt like I didn't feel like I was ever a natural mother, so I felt this whole parenting gig to be exhausting. My life was just, you're just getting through each day, so quite stressful. So, and you kind of have all your little things balanced and everything's, you're spinning 100 plates, but I also was aware that if I took my eye off any of them, I was worried it was all just going to come crashing down, and that was a bit of a fragile feeling. Things that I struggle with a lot, and it was worrying me and it was embarrassing, was sweating. I used to sweat like a pig, very unladylike, all the time. I wasn't even aware of being particularly anxious or bothered or nervous, or I would just sweat. It was awful. So I had to buy a whole new flipping wardrobe, like patterned dark outfits, because that wouldn't show a mark, and yeah, very embarrassing. I remember I came along to see Rebecca, and one of the things she said, I think it's one of the techniques, to imagine a time quite far in the future when it's totally sorted and someone would say to you, oh, remember you used to sweat quite a lot when you were nervous. And at the time when it was happening, when I was in the middle of it, I think I thought, ugh, can't even imagine it. It's not going to go away. I'm not in control of it. How can I? I can't change it. It just happens. But she was right. It has gone away, and we've only just realised we've only just realised and remembered that did used to be quite a big problem for me, like a daily worrying problem. And we both forgot about it. So yeah, this stuff works. Family life still has its challenges, and I guess that's honest and that's real life. I still lose my rag at my children, but I think on the whole life doesn't feel quite so hard as far as family life. I'm able to see more good times and more good in my children, and the fact that they've got so many good qualities and potential, whereas before I think I was just stuck in, oh my goodness, I just need to get through the day, and it's hard. So I think I still struggle sometimes, but overall I do think I can see more of the good in my kids. I think they've noticed that I'm less shouty, which is a good thing. I had a little belief tucked in the back, and again it was from one conversation, one moment in time with my dad. I came home from school, from a spelling test or something, and Dad said, how'd you go on your spelling test? And I said, I got 8 out of 10, and I was really happy about it. And he said, oh, is that all? Ha ha ha. And immediately, it felt awful. I wasn't good enough to get the approval, or wasn't smart enough, and it's a shame because that wasn't how it would have been meant. But that's how little 7-year-old me took it, and I've held on to that little chestnut, and it's been tucked away, yeah, for quite a long time. But through sessions I've been able to see that, again, it was one moment in time. Nothing was meant by it. It didn't matter. I am smart. 8 out of 10 was actually a good mark. Yeah, just to see things for what they were, and not to get hung up on it, rather than thinking I'm not good enough, whatever I did wasn't good enough, for that little cycle that you get stuck in your head. Yeah, it was one moment in time, and that was just Dad's sense of humour, and you need to kind of let it go. I don't know why, but I've always done it. I've always compared myself to other people, other women or females. and I came up short when I compared myself, which doesn't make you feel very good. But again, I can see now that although I still do it sometimes, there's not a lot of point. Most of the time, I feel pretty good. I think in a real life context, I still have my moments when I do lose my rag, and that's something that I'm still working on. But I feel like we've got a plan, that my husband and I are a pretty solid unit now. We've both got the same goals and we're working towards the same thing. And then our family is quite a strong unit and we're all working towards the same thing. We're all wanting the same thing. I've found out and have learnt that I am actually pretty awesome. Sounds very... Actually, so what? It's not vain, it's just that I am people's rah-rah person, that I have value and that I'm important and what I do is important just by being me. It's nice to have that reassurance that what you're doing is good and it's valuable, because you don't get that. Even when you're talking with really good friends, it's not the same as coming to see Healthy Minds, because when you're chatting with a friend, it's not all about you, and I guess that seems selfish, but sometimes you need it to be all about you. You need to have it all about you. You need to spend some time on yourself, have someone help you walk through your stuff and sort it out. But when you're talking with a friend, you can't just monopolise a conversation, and they're not qualified to help you walk through it anyway. Whereas you come to see Healthy Minds, these guys know what they're doing, they're lovely. It's like seeing a friend, but they help you sort things out, and they are there for you. Yes, you're paying them and it's worth every penny, but they are there to help you sort through your stuff, because if you don't sort it out, it will still be there years later. Yeah, I wish I'd done this years ago.